Bien. Donc, bonsoir une fois encore. Alors, bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Bien. Aujourd'hui, notre sujet pour discussion, c'est le passé composé. Donc, si vous avez des questions sur ce qu'on a fait la semaine dernière, vous pouvez poser. Si vous avez des questions, avez-vous des questions sur ce qu'on a fait la semaine passée? Avez-vous des questions? If you have questions on what we did last week, you can ask before you continue. Avez-vous des questions?
Monsieur, last week, what we did, how will you know that you are supposed to use I should and I would?
I should and I will.
Yeah, I would and I should. How will you know that that's what you are? Because when you were conjugating some of the sentence, you use I should, then going down, you say I would, mix with the two.
No, we did not. It's not mixing. The point is that usually standard English grammar, when you want to use the conditional tense, the first person singular, first person conditional present tense is I should. So if the first person singular is I should, definitely the first person plural form will also be what? I should. So if you look at it critically, you remember I did say I should, okay? Yore, tu ore, that is I will, okay? Yesere, I should be. And then tu sere, you would be. Elle sere, he or she would be. But when you go to nous serions, then over there, I remember I said, we should be. And then the third one, normally, they would be, or they would, as it is. So normally, students actually mix them. But so what I'll tell you is that since it's not an English class, I will not bother you so much. But people normally mix. They should and would. Do you get a point? Yeah. So it is used in conditional tense. And then when it comes to obligation, like you should, you would, that is also a different thing altogether. I shall. And basically, the present form is I shall. And then if it's the conditional, or maybe the past, if you want to refer to the past too, that can also be should. So it's like, but if you look at the future form, future I will, and then conditional definitely should be would. But if you are just referring to the to be, then the first person singular, normally what you say should, I should, you would, he or she would, okay? We should, and then they would. So you can refer to that, okay? Is that okay?
Okay, sir.
So go to, we have the French and English explanations there. When you go through the slides, you'll get it very well. Any other questions? Okay. Any other issue?
No, sir.
Donc, aujourd'hui, on commence avec le passé composé. Le sujet, c'est le passé composé. Vous pouvez voir quelques mathématiques ici. Quelque chose comme mathématiques, les mathématiques. OK, quelque chose comme quoi? Les mathématiques. Être plus participe passé égale le passé composé. So what we are trying to say here is that in French, for you to get the past tense, simple past, is être, we have either avoir or être, plus the past participle form. But for now, we are discussing verbs that are conjugated with être. Le passé composé avec être. Le passé composé avec être. We are only conjugating considering verbs that are conjugated with -3. And just as I said last week, once you know all those verbs that you should or you must conjugate with -3, other verbs, you consider them as well, verbs that you need to conjugate them with avoir. So for you to conjugate passé composé, you conjugate either avoir or -3 in the present tense form, and then you add the past participle form of the verb. So what you have here, -3 is the present tense form. Je suis, tu es, elle est, on est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. Like I am, you are. If you take a letter, that is the meaning. But when you go to past tense, you can translate je suis to be I am, or tu es to me, you are. Elle means he is or it is. That is not the meaning here. But don't forget that for you to get passé composé, which is past tense in French, you need the auxiliary verb être in the present tense form, where you must conjugate with a verb that is conjugated with être. But if it's conjugated with avoir, I will give you the list of verbs that you need to conjugate them with être. And then when it's avoir, then you conjugate the present tense form of avoir, and then you add the past participle form of it. Is that okay?
Yes,
Is
sir.
that quite clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you look at it here, you understand it very well. So être, you take the verb aller. We are using the verb aller. Le verbe aller. Le verbe aller comme un exemple. If you take le verbe aller, you conjugate, say, je suis allé, past participle form of it, past participle passé, or past participle form of aller is this. And last time we discussed that usually être verbs must agree in number and gender. But before we end this course, I will demonstrate, we will see that we may have some verbs that are être, but you can equally conjugate them with avoir. When they follow a direct object, you look at that one. But for now, understand that all être verbs must agree in number and gender. Is that point clear? Is that point clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you start. Je suis allé. The reason for putting the E in bracket is that if the one saying it, you want to say, I went. Je suis allé. I went, or I have gone, or I did go. Don't forget, the passé composé form, just as in the present tense form, je suis allé can be translated or interpreted as I went, I have gone, or I did go. Just like the present tense, je suis can also be translated as well. I am, yes, that is it. For that one, I don't want to go there to go bothering you. But for example, say, je mange, je mange. Je mange can be translated or interpreted as well. I eat, I am eating, or I do eat. That is the present form of it. So in the same way, je suis allé, then you say, I went, I have gone, I did go. What about the aller in the present tense form? Je vais à l'église. Je vais à l'église. I am going to church. You can translate that I am going. You can equally say I go. You can equally say I do go. So je vais à l'église. You can translate it as well. You can interpret it as well. I am going to church. Je vais à l'église. I go to church. Par exemple, je vais à l'église chaque dimanche. I go to church every Sunday. Okay? Then I do go to church every Sunday. Je vais à l'église chaque dimanche can also be interpreted or explained it as such. Donc, tu es allé. You see that? So you, the one saying if it's a man, then you need to take away the E. But if you, the one saying it's a lady, you add the E. So that is how it goes. Tu es allé, elle est allée. Now look at it very well. Elle est allée, elle est allée. You can do liaison with between e et aller so that you pronounce it together to become elle est allée, elle est allée. It means he went, or he has gone, or he did go, which is present passé composé masculine singular. Il, he went. And it can even mean it. But here, you understand it to be referring to a man or masculine gender, he. But it can equally be it went or it has gone. You see the point. If whatever you are referring to is masculine, definitely you can refer to it as that. Aside. So, elle tale, elle tale. So what does it mean here? Can somebody tell us the meaning of elle tale? What does it mean?
She have gone.
Again?
She have gone.
She has gone, feminine form, good. Or she went. Ou bien she did, or she did all. Yes, completely. Or she did
go.
She did go. So I understand it very well. If you follow this lesson very well, at the end of the day, you'll be able to know how to say all these things in French and English correctly. That will help you. And you should follow it. Bien. Bien. Nous sommes allés. Nous sommes. If you refer to we went, we have gone. Vous êtes allés. You went. Elles sont allées. This is the masculine form, the masculine plural form of elles. Take note of that. Elles sont allées. They have gone, or they went, or they did go. You just have to add s to it because the masculine form, we don't add anything. So the masculine plural form, you need to only add s. Now, the feminine plural form, that is the feminine singular. And then the plural form is elles sont allées. Elles sont allées. Elles sont allées. You have to add es. C'est compris? Je suis allé à l'école. Je suis allé à l'école. C'est-à-dire, I went to school, or I did go to school, or I have gone to school. Très bien. You have to understand that. Je suis allé à l'école. Je suis allé à l'école. I went to school. I did go to school. And it can equally mean I went to the school. I went to the school. But so what is the difference between I went to school and I went to the school? The same translation, we can translate it as Je suis allé à l'école. You can translate it as well. I went to school or I went to the school. What is the difference between I went to school and I went to the school? Bien. Huh? Who is talking?
It's,
Yes, Senam.
I went to school. Sir, I went to school. You are a student, so you've been to school. But
Good.
I went to the school. You are a visitor, and then you just visit, maybe make an inquiries, and then you leave.
Très bien, très bien, très bien. Applaudissez-le, applaudissez-le, très bien. C'est bien ça. C'est bien, Senam. Bravo. So you have to take note of that. Just like je suis allé à l'église. You can equally say, I went to church, I went to the church. Je suis allé au champ. I went to farm, I went to the farm. Je suis allé à l'hôpital. I went to hospital, I went to the hospital. Take note of that. A lot of people don't know the difference, but you should know. At the end of this course, we should be able to know how to say all that in French correctly as well as in English. Is that okay? So that you become professional translators in the two languages. Take note. Yeah. And now on continue. So let's look at the list of verbs that you need to conjugate them with être. Ça, c'est le passé composé avec avoir. So obligatoire de conjuguer tous ces verbes avec être. Okay. And then we have the name Mrs. Van der Tam. Est-ce que vous connaissez Mrs. Van der Tam ou bien Madame Van der Tam? Qui la connaît? Qui la connaît? Qui la connaît? Est-ce que vous connaissez Madame Van der Tam ou bien Mrs. Van der Tam? Do you know her? Does somebody,
No, sir.
does somebody know Mrs. Van der Tam?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. If you
It's an
don't know
abbreviation.
her, you get to know Mrs. Van der Tam very soon. Okay. At the end of the course, you get to know her. So let's continue. But for now, we are representing or denoting all verbs, all the verbs that you need to conjugate them in passé composé with être, with the name Mrs. Van der Tam, where each of the letters represents or denotes a verb in French that you need to conjugate it with être in the passé composé form. Is that point clear? And for you to do so, just as we started, you need to know the past participle form of it. Without the past participle form, you can't conjugate it. Without the past participle form, you know the verb, but you should take note of the past participle form of them verbs. So we have all the past participle form here, over here. So the first verb, Mrs. Van der Tam, the first letter M stands for monter. Monter, to climb, to get up, okay, or to go up, to mount, okay, to mount, to get on board, to mount or climb. That is the meaning, to mount, climb, or go up. Monter, and that this is the, what do you call it, the past participle form. As usual, I should agree in gender and number. So anytime you see E in bracket, it means that it must agree in number and gender. And for that matter, that is one of the 80 verbs in French that you need to conjugate in the passé composé form, observing. Is that okay? Bien. Donc, rester. Rester, c'est-à-dire quoi? Que veut dire le verbe rester? Rester veut dire quoi? Oui. Oui, Bernard. Bernard. Is Bernard not in? Yes, Bernard. Rester, rester. Cela veut dire quoi en français, en anglais? Que veut dire rester? Wait. What does rester mean in English?
To rest.
Rest? No. You have tried, but to rest does not mean, rester does not mean to rest. Yeah, I thought so. I knew that's what you were going to say. But to rest, c'est reposer. We will consider that one. It comes under reflexive, c'est reposer, reposer, c'est reposer, reposer, c'est reposer. One of the, what do you call it? Reflexive verbs. Okay.
Okay.
So rester means to stay, to remain. You get it?
Okay.
To
Yes,
stay,
sir.
to stay, remain. That it never means to rest. Don't make that mistake. Bien.
Okay.
Sortir. Sortir, cela veut dire quoi? To go out. This is a take note of the past participle form. Venir, to come. So the come here, the past participle came, or have come, or he has come, in that order. Aller, that is to go. We have just seen it. Naître. Naître means the past participle form is né. Naître means what? Que veut dire naître? Le verbe naître, cela veut dire quoi? Que veut dire ça en anglais? Oui. Oui, la classe. Que veut dire le verbe naître en anglais?
Naître.
Oui, naître.
To be born.
To be born, très bien. Descendre. Descendre, that is the opposite of monter. So what is it? As the name, descendre means to what?
To destroy or dismount.
to dismount, to come down, to alight, get down. You get the point? So take note. Entrer, the name as it shows, to enter or go to a place, enter. Retourner, retourner, to return. Revenir, revenir. Now look at the venir. Venir means to come. So revenir, what do you think it means?
To go back.
To come back.
To come back. Okay.
You get it? To come back. So take note of.
What about vient?
Yeah, vient is come. To venir, vient, vient. Vient is like, it's an imperative to say vient. Ou bien venez, come. Do you get the point? So the verb venir, the infinitive form is to come. The infinitive form is to come. Then when you conjugate it in imperative, say, viens ici, come here. Viens ici, mon ami. Come here, my friend. Okay. Va-t'en. Va-t'en. Va-t'en means what? Va-t'en. Va-t'en means go away. Okay. We saw that. We saw that.
Okay.
Yeah. So take note of that. We are dealing with what you should take note is the past participle form. Retourner, revenir, rentrer. Okay. Tomber, that is to fall. So the past participle will be fair. Okay. Arriver, as you can see the meaning. Mourir means to halt. Mourir means to halt.
Mourn.
Again?
Mourn.
Okay. To mourn.
Yes, sir.
No. Mourir means to die. To die, okay? So find out to know the meaning of to mourn. Then you tell me. Party, to leave. Leave for a place, leave. So do not forget that their compounds follow the same pattern of conjugation. Their compound is what I mean here, like the verb venir. If you just add re, then you say the same meaning. If you have redescend, then the same. Renaître. If you add aruyi here, it's going to be renaître. Renaître. It's like to be born again. So the same way that you follow to conjugate it. Yes. So don't forget. Bien. So take note of them. Très bien. Any question? Avez-vous des questions? Avez-vous des questions?
No, sir.
Bien. So now.
No,
écoutez. Bien. Lisez le texte ou bien écoutez le texte et faites l'exercice de conjugation oralement. So when you get it, you double click it. When you double click it, you see it here. Are you all watching here? You double click it like this. Let me see. Yes, something will come. Let me go down and then double click it so that you can see what I mean. I want to show you. Now, are you all watching?
Yes, sir.
When you double click, can you see what is here? What is here? Run. Then you click on run. Then you get this. You click on run. When you click on run, this is what you appear. Can you see it?
Yes.
Très bien.
Yes, sir.
Les trois petits cochons. Then you come, les trois petits cochons. You don't need to. Now you come here. Can you see? Can you see this? Passé composé avec être. Can you see it? Can you see le passé composé avec être? Hello, class.
sir.
Yeah.
Are you following? Can you see introduction, passé composé avec être? Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you click. When you click, then you have this. Passé composé avec être. Ce soir-là, maman cochon était seule à la maison. Quand le papa cochon est arrivé, il a ouvert la porte tout doucement pour ne pas faire de bruit. À ce moment-là, elle a entendu des cris au premier étage. Alors, elle est montée. Elle est entrée dans la chambre et a découvert sa femme en train d'accoucher. Elle est descendue téléphoner. So you can see all that you should take notice. Parce qu'on posait hier. Quand le papa cochon est arrivé, we saw that's one of the verbs. Elle a ouvert. That this is avoir verb. Okay, avoir. Then, à ce moment-là, elle a entendu. That's another avoir verb. A entendu. Okay. Alors, elle est montée. We saw this verb as well. N'est-ce pas? Then you come here. Elle est entrée. We saw it to be one of the être verbs. Then, a découvert. Avoir. Elle est descendue. So, after you have gone through all this, then you come to exercise 6. You click here. Ce soir-là, maman cochon était seule à la maison. Quand le papa cochon arrivé, so you have to write the correct form of arrivé. Est arrivé here. Once you get it, then you write it there. Let me take the accent here. The accent. If the accent is not there, you get it wrong. So once you get to know what I'm saying. So you est arrivé. Can you see what I've written? Hello class, are you following? Est-ce que vous me suivez?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Est-ce que vous me suivez? Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Are you following?
Yes, sir.
So when you write it, then you come here, corrige. If you click and that's it, you get it. Bien. You see that is correct. It says, est arrivé, bravo. What is here? Bravo, c'est quoi? Bravo, c'est quoi? Bravo, c'est quoi? Can't you see what is here? What is here? Can somebody read? Bravo, c'est correct. Bravo, c'est correct. And then you come here, suivant. Can you see suivant here? Can you all see suivant here? Hello, class. Can you see suivant here?
So we can't see your screen. Oh.
You can't see the screen. Oh, but you told me you were following it. Can't you see the screen?
No,
So what
sir,
is
we
on
can't
this?
see the screen.
So what
It's
is on this is
only,
evaluation oral.
Evaluation oral.
Oh, c'est dommage. All I know, I thought you were getting me. All right, so
No.
you can see what I'm showing right now.
Yes, sir.
But my screen is, I have the screen sharing.
It's on slide 5.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, so so you can see evaluation, n'est-ce pas? That's it. So don't worry.
Yes, sir.
But did you see the beginning? I said when you double click, can you see this icon? You double click it. Okay, if you click, it will open for you. Then you go there, you try your hands on the exercise. If you are wrong, you get to know and then you try. Okay, you try several times in order to be able to master passé composé. So I wanted us to go through orally, but once you can't see it, we'll pause here. But that is the end of this passé composé with être. If you have any question, you can ask. Si vous avez des questions. If you have questions. So at the end of the day, you see this. Okay? Ce soir là, Maman Couchon était à la maison. You see all this. Être arrivé. This is where we started. And then you see another one, passé composé, est ouvert. That's also passé composé. And but this avoir. We are dealing with être. So you can see this is est monté. Can you see this? Est monté.
Yes, my sir.
Est monté, which is out être. Elle est entrée, which is also être. Elle est retournée, which is all être. Elle est descendue. Can you see all that?
Yes, sir.
So go through. You have the link. When you get it, you double click. You go through, and once if you have any question, you go to the GTUs online and you ask questions. Okay. So if you have any question, you can ask before we call it a day. Merci bien. So try and master, know all the verbs that you need to conjugate to être, and try your hands on the exercise. Go to GTU's online platform and try your hands on all the questions over there. Avec vous des questions? Questions et commentaires. Pas de questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay. You don't have questions.